Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. They're right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Shelby, state of Tennessee. Today and date is early Tuesday morning, December the 27th, 2022. The time 2:56 a.m. First, say thank you to all my family, my support for you. Continue, encourage, support, continue. Keep myself employed right in the Memphis tri-state area. Continue to further my education. More work out on. I continue to pursue my social media and being administrative. Contract market, the parent time, take a break and go to school in the very near future. And we'll be going back to more work out on. I continue to pursue my social media instead of being administrative contract tomorrow. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start my Facebook Live. Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. They're right here in the city of Memphis, in the county of Shelby, state of Tennessee. Today and date is early Tuesday morning, December the 27th, 2022. The time is 2:57 a.m. First, say thank you to all my family, my support for you. Continue to continue to keep myself employed right in the Memphis tri-state area. Continue to further my education, more work out online. Continue to pursue my social degree, study being administrative, contract, modern, parent time, took a break, going to school. The very near future, I will be going back to more work out online. Continue to pursue my social degree, study being administrative, contract, mark. Now, what you see in front of you, anti-gang, anti-Gnostic, and anti-Hazy. Also, Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lyon, together with Saint Ignatius, the Bishop of Antioch. They wrote a 5-volume book titled Adversus Haereses, translated meaning against heresies. Together they refuted Gnosticism. Refuted not meaning they proved that Gnosticism was a heresy. The Nag-Hammadi Library, the so-called leftover Gnostic papers that didn't get destroyed in 367 AD by St. Athanasius, Bishop of Alexandria, and together with all the other bishops of the Catholic Church. That Nag-Hammadi Library, some leftover Gnostic paper, it was already proven to be a heresy. Gnosticism was proven to be a heresy. Also, in the year 367 AD, St. Athanasius, the Bishop of Alexandria, in his 39th festal letter, Easter letter, banned all non-Christian writing. Together with all the other bishops in the Catholic Church, they went around and collected all that Gnostic writing that those Gnostic theologians were writing and destroyed it. Some Gnostic papers didn't get destroyed. The Nag-Hammadi Library, which was discovered by the little farm boy over there in Nag-Hammadi, Egypt. And when the little farm boy discovered the papers, they were in a jar wrapped in some papyrus paper. He gave it to his father, and his father had to figure out what to do with it. But eventually, scholars around the world found out about the Nag-Hammadi Library. Some leftover Gnostic papers that didn't get destroyed. Already been proven, refuted, meaning it was proven to be a heresy. Oh, a little phone fell down. No problem. My phone fell down, so got it back up. And also, Saint Epiphanius, the bishop of Saint Epiphanius of Salome, the bishop of Cyprus, wrote a 3-volume book titled Panareum, Greek Panareum, Latin. Translated mean bread basket. The scholars have also said that Saint Epiphanius of Salome, bishop of Cyprus, 3-volume book is also adverse heresy, meaning it's against heresy. Esoteric and exoteric. Rejecting knowledge. Rejecting knowledge. Rejecting knowledge. Rejecting knowledge. See, the Almighty, Vice Lord, Four Corner Hustle, the Almighty, Black Prince Stone, the Almighty, Black Disciple, Poppy, the Almighty, Mickey Cole, Kraken, Bluefin Black Disciple, the Black Disciple, the Lord, Stone, Disciple, 7-Eleven G Killer. The history of the city of Chicago. Now, let me say this first, because I ain't trying to be too long today. But I made my video last week, and I already shared the YouTube video. I did my Facebook Live video, and for some apparent reason, it wasn't showing up on Facebook Live. No, on my Facebook once I finished my video. But I've been trying to get it straightened out. But like I said, I just wanted to let everyone know that I did record, like my YouTube video and then my Facebook Live. But for some apparent reason, the Facebook Live must have been some kind of technical difficulties that they was having, and so I'm trying to get it straightened out. Now let me say this: being that it was the holiday, this is the holiday season. It always starts out with Thanksgiving, and then at the end of the month of December, Christmas comes first. Then after Christmas comes the New Year. And so this year, like all the other years, Christmas, was just this past. Christmas Eve was Saturday, and Christmas Day was Sunday. And so I hope and pray that everybody had a safe and Merry Christmas. And being that it's coming up to the New Year, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. A Happy New Year. And so, despite the weather, because a lot of things this year were really affected by the blizzard here in the United States of America. And so it really did. It's having an effect at the airports. Flights were canceled. Uh, I know doggone well the buses were having trouble trying to travel on the roads. The railroad, Amtrak. I know possible delays or whatever on Amtrak and so on and so forth. And then talking about traveling by car, going anywhere in the United States of America at this time of the year with a blizzard all around the nation. I know that was a hard thing to do. Because we know in the Northeast, around the state of New York and around that area, it's a blizzard. It ain't no way. I mean, the whole power system been shut down. And, but I mean, it's a nationwide problem, but we know that it's really bad in that part of the country right now. The snow and ice, the cold temperature, because here it got Friday morning, I still had to go to work. It was 2 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. And it was colder than that, during the night. And past a couple of days before that, but it had been predicted and it did snow. We had snow like Thursday evening, then woke up Friday morning. It was just cold, really cold. And still had snow and ice on the streets, but some of it had melted. And it was just cold. It was really cold Friday. And then Saturday kind of warmed up a little bit to about 10 degrees. Then by the afternoon, it was about 15 degrees and so on and so forth. But it was really cold. And then because of the cold, in some parts, it was like, because of the ice, it was so cold, some trees, branches broke, tree lines, the power lines may have got hit, or a tree may have fell because of the cold temperature. It was so cold that the trees, tree branches breaking, trees falling, and in some neighborhoods around Shelby County, and just around the state of Tennessee, period, because it was just cold. It wasn't just like cold. I mean, it was cold nationwide. It was a blizzard, nationwide blizzard, and it just brought cold air everywhere, all around this country. It was a blizzard, and this is just some of the things that took place here in Shelby County, in the city of Memphis and around the surrounding areas. But in Shelby County, trees, breaking, branches breaking, hitting power lines, and just because of the cold air period, pipes freezing up and things in there. Now, me fortunate, the pipes didn't freeze or anything like that, and really didn't just have a power outage, but because of the power outages, the Tennessee Valley Authority, told MLG and W, they had to do some blackouts. So this because of the cold air, had a blackout. I think they did the blackout on us it was like Saturday night. Or was it Friday night? Then woke up Saturday morning. It might have been Friday night. Early Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. I think that's what it was, because I was up Friday night. That's what it was. See, I didn't go to sleep until around about 2. Friday, Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, and then when I went to sleep, that's when they did the blackout, and then it lasted till like around about 8 o'clock Saturday morning, But these are things that people are experiencing nationwide. But just here in Shelby County, that's some of the things that took place. But I mean, by the time Saturday, then Christmas Day, some of the things that the weather kind of got warm up like it is today. Well, yesterday Monday, it kind of warmed. It got around about 30. Got around about 30 degrees, because that's what. Let me see what it is. It's around about 30 degrees now. And it's nighttime. It's around about 30 degrees. That's what it says now. About 30, 31 degrees outside right now. So, and it's early Tuesday morning. And then I know you've been hearing, we all been hearing about things happening. The local jail been reported on local news, because of the weather. And it's not the only, it's all over the place. Pipes busting everywhere. Pipes bursting everywhere. In the jail, the pipes are busting. They can't flush. So they're trying to deal with that. But then it's not just at the jail, it's just pipes bursting everywhere. Buildings, pipes bursting everywhere. So the plumbers gonna get some good business this year. They're gonna get some business this year. All the plumbing companies, they're gonna get some business this year. And then with the heat, so the plumbing, the plumbing and heating companies, this year they're gonna get some business this year. They're gonna get a lot of business because of this cold air and what it's doing to everybody, And then, it's gonna affect your utility bill, having to turn the heat up just to try to stay warm. It's gonna be a very hard thing for everybody to deal with, having to pay high utility bills just to try to stay warm. And then let us not forget, our pets. It was so daggone cold. 2 degrees and less, even less than that, below. And the animals, our domestic cats and dogs, and, it affect them. They can freeze to death. And, they shouldn't be forgotten. Our cats and the dogs and our pets, they should not be forgotten. You don't get a pet to abuse a pet. You get a pet because he's part of the family. He's part of the family. The cat, the dog, they're part of the family. That's the reason why you get a pet. You love him just like you love each other. You're part of the family. But I know everyone is having, it's a very serious thing. Some people have died. It's been reported that because of the severe cold weather, some people have lost their lives. And this a real serious, severe blizzard. I mean, it's not just in the northwest, or the Midwest. Typically, you would think in the northern states, not just on the northeast, but like Minnesota and Illinois, and then you go up in the northwest, Montana and North and South Dakota. You would think that in Washington State, in those northern states, being closer to the north, that they would, it's gonna snow. They gonna get snow. And so this is something that they, typically they used to down southern states, it get cold because it's winter time, so it get cold, and we subject to get snow, but it had to be something like what it is now, you know, something that come from the northwest, that wind blow, you get that weather from, it starts in the northwest and then come this way, and vice versa. Just like when hurricane season, it starts over there in the Atlantic Ocean and it comes from the northeast and it comes down. Then you have all these hurricanes on the east, and then what we do, we be here in this centrally located area. Then we get the rain, but it don't start here. Then you have storms. Sometimes storms start in the Gulf of Mexico, and then when it leaves that area, then it comes in where it brings the rain, and so on and so forth. So that's how the weather go. It the wind blow, and it blows all that weather, you know, this way or that way. It's either coming from the northwest or coming from the northeast. And so it's affecting everybody. So, you know, just got to, you know, everybody is, you know, affected by the weather, by this blizzard. And so we know New Year's is coming up, and like I said, I want to wish everyone, you know, a happy New Year. You know, what time is it? I wasn't intending on being long, but I still want to make my video. And just, you know, just say a few things, and then, because, you know, I'm gonna come back, hopefully come back around New Year's weekend and make my video again. And but that's mainly what I, you know, wanted to make sure. Like I said, I made my video last week, and the Facebook Live, for some apparent reason, it didn't show my video after I recorded it. And so I'm still trying to get that straightened out. But I'm recording my Facebook Live now, and as well as my YouTube video as well. But let us not forget that that it's only one church, the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox Catholic Church, the Oriental Orthodox Catholic Church. It's only one church. You're a Catholic, you're a Christian. You're a Christian, you're a Catholic. Scripture and tradition. like I've been emphasizing, the Catholic Church. Now you be having all this made up junk, all this esoteric, Western mystery tradition. And then on the other side, you have all this exoteric and all this junk mean number some esoteric. Talking about it mean inside, internal, within, and external. It mean outside, external, without. And esoteric supposed to be hidden knowledge, and exoteric supposed to be public knowledge. The Catholic Church is not wrong. The Catholic Church is right. See, you can make up all the lies you want. That don't make the Catholic Church wrong. You can say whatever you can make up whatever junk you want to make up. That don't make the Catholic Church wrong. The Catholic Church is right. And all this junk you trying to do with this Gnostic mess, number some made up lies, adopted the demiurge from the Neoplatons. Now, and so like I said, when it comes down to that Gnostic mess, they adopted the demiurge, claiming that they then, after the adopting the demiurge, they distorted. You understand? They distorted the definition of meaning of demiurge. Plato the demiurge is benevolent. And desire the world as good as possible. Now this is in Plato's work, the Timaeus. And as you know, Plato was a student of Socrates. Now you can't be standing on the sidewalk or on the street corner trying to claim you talking about Plato and some of the things he worked on. And so, don't let that Gnostic lie be an influence on you, because it's a lie. And so, what time is it? All right. That's very important. All this mess about some esoteric, claiming that it's internal, inside, within. And on the other hand, this exoteric, outside, external, without. And so, don't be influenced by anything like that. You know, because the Catholic Church is right. You're not going to sit there and try to make that nonsense right. You know, you ain't got no argument. Talking about some hidden knowledge, and then on the other hand you have some public knowledge. The Catholic Church is right. You're not going to stand on the sidewalk or on the street corner and try to make up, and then gonna sit up here and try to talk about some Freemasonry in the Mason Temple and the officers at the in the Mason Temple. And all this other junk. And talking about the Order of the Eastern Star. The Catholic Church is right. The Catholic Church is right. Yeah. The history of the city of Chicago is important. The history of the city of Chicago, don't forget, it's important. Because you got a lot of these sorority and fraternities going around lying and going around making it sound, trying to claiming that they're getting away. With this esoteric and this exoteric. Then going around trying to use Gnosticism, the nag my library. And trying to use the nag my library and trying to manipulate other people with the name of my library. And just remember, the Catholic Church is right. The Catholic Church is right. And so, whatever they try to tell you about some Gnosticism, the Neoplatons had already said that the demiurge was benevolent, desired a world of good. That's what's important. You know, they sit up around and lie. They're going around trying to use violence and trying to provoke other people to be violent. So, just continue to stand with the Catholic Church. In the near future, it's going to be legal action in their courtroom. Religious persecution. It ain't no joke. It's serious. Religious persecution ain't no joke. Federal and state court. It's serious. You can't do that. And so, you know, it's the so-called sorority and fraternity going around lying. There's going to be severe consequences and repercussions. You don't get away with trying to go around in intention of trying to disrespect other people. It's just something you don't get away with. And just like I saying on my video last week, I just want to reiterate, the sorority fraternity walking around trying to make it sound like it's something that you're getting away with. But hey, just like the Mickey Cobra said, man, we get it cracking. You see, just like them black disciples, just like I would listen to this YouTube bit. Like I said, conservative vice lord, take Zig in there and all the rest of them. All them conservative vice lord. Hey, look here, man. I pop out on you and get busy. See, it ain't no getting away with disrespecting the conservative vice lord. Then having all these black disciples walking around. No. They ain't got all the black Princeton walking around. No. Then all the Mickey Cobras walking around. Bluefin black disciples. Then all the vice lords walking around. You ain't finna disrespect the vice lord like that. Then you got all the other my peoples. Latin kings and queens, the almighty gay lord. 12 street players, I can't name all of them. No. The Latin Stones and all the rest, I can't name all of them. The Four Corner Hustlers, the Latin folks and all that. No, you're not going to get away with disrespecting, man. Then you got all the other folks, the Simon City Royals and the Satan disciples and the Raza and it's so many, it's just so many of them. And then you got all these, the mad black souls and the boss pimps and all that. See, when it comes to being folks and being my people, see, when you acknowledge and recognize the truth, see, what you claim the meaning, the definition, meaning of what it means to be folks and what it means to be my people. But you can't lie. I mean, you can try to lie, but you can't lie. You can't lie. Because it's going to get you killed. And it's supposed to. It's supposed to get you killed. And so, I'm going to get ready to end today's video. I really want to try to spend too much time. But then you still got the war in Ukraine. It's winter time right now. It's winter time. And this is not the time of year. Just like we had a blizzard over here, in Russia. It's every day. It's every day. A blizzard. It's every day. During this time of the year. So, when it comes to, strategy and tactics, this time of the year is something you just don't do. You just don't do it because the weather. But, I'm quite certain President Putin, he's aware of these things. And his military commanders, they're going to get this war, and so the Russians can win. Now, I'm at the end of today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known BrightShine, live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county, Shelby State, Tennessee. Thank all my family, my support for your continued encouragement, support. And I always put God first. I always thank God for all the blessing, guidance that God provides us all with. And again, I hope and pray that everybody had a safe and Merry Christmas. And I hope and pray that any and everybody have a happy New Year. Rejecting knowledge. Rejecting knowledge. Rejecting knowledge. There's only one church, the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox Catholic Church, and the Oriental Orthodox Catholic Church. You're a Catholic, you're a Christian, you're a Christian, you're a Catholic. Scripture and tradition. Like I said, I'm going to end today's video. And take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you the very best. Always put God first, and always thank God for all the blessings and guidance that God provides always.